Still on this roller coaster. All right, Jesse, thanks.
JS on air now. State and federal legislation regarding drones is putting a crimp on businesses.
Yeah, some businesses use unmanned helicopters and other similar technology to film and photograph from above. We're joined by Bruce Velmetti of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. So, Bruce, you always think of these as spy agents, but some local businesses don't use them that way.
They don't really, and really I don't know how many there are really locally, but around the country there's a surprising number of these aerial robotic photography firms who have run into sort of this current hysteria, some call it, about privacy, and that's launched a proposal for a bill here in Wisconsin, which joins about 40 other states that have tried to do this. They're kind of more driven by the drone sense that you get from hearing the federal government's use of these in military capacities to kill Americans who are suspected of being Taliban or whatever. And it's just mixing a whole lot of technologies and a whole lot of concerns into one big mess of bureaucracy that these companies say put them in a box.
Yeah.
Because, go ahead.
And for the record, right now we have Chopper 4 flying over your house to see what we can see.
Yeah, you're welcome to it. Yeah, no, and that's one of the arguments people make, that since these helicopters and airplanes have been flying over for news coverage or crop surveillance or even law enforcement for years, they don't really see the big difference in using it for same function, but with a much cheaper, more available, hand remotely controlled device. I think the image that scares everybody off is of some tiny little model hovering outside your second-story window, you know, and the teenager down the street is watching and putting it live onto YouTube. And while that's technically possible, a lot of people think there's already laws to address that, and that all these extra bills, like the one being considered tomorrow in Madison, are kind of overkill, and I might wind up adding extra barriers to this technology's used by law enforcement and commercial activity.
Bruce, we're going to have to see how it all shakes out. Thank you for the update. And you can read more about it at jsonline.com. We also have a link on our website, today's TMJ4.com. Coming up at 3:30, rebuilding on the Jersey